What if I told you there was a player so dominant, so driven, that he not only ruled an era but changed the entire identity of basketball itself? A man who turned competition into art, pressure into fuel, and greatness into his standard. That man is Michael Jordan, the player every generation still measures themselves against. But how good was he really? This is the story of his rise, reign, and why no one, before or since, has matched the legend of Michael Jordan. Early life and college years. Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born on February 17, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York, and raised in Wilmington, North Carolina. From a young age, he had an unrelenting drive to win. After being famously cut from his high school varsity team, he turned that setback into motivation, practicing endlessly until he became the star of the squad. Jordan's talent earned him a scholarship to the University of North Carolina, where he played under the legendary coach Dean Smith. As a freshman, he hit the game-winning shot in the 1982 NCAA championship against Georgetown, announcing his arrival on the national stage. In 3 college seasons, Jordan averaged 17.7 points per game and won both the Naismith and Wooden Awards as the nation's best player. By 1984, his competitive fire and unmatched athleticism made him a lock for the NBA. When he declared for the draft, few could have predicted just how much he would change basketball forever. Rookie year and immediate impact. Jordan was selected 3rd overall in the 1984 NBA draft by the Chicago Bulls, a struggling franchise desperate for a savior. From his very first game, it was clear the Bulls had found one. He averaged 28.2 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 5.9 assists per game as a rookie, earning the Rookie of the Year award and instantly becoming a fan favorite. Crowds packed arenas just to witness his aerial assaults. Every dunk, every clutch shot seemed to defy physics. But what really set him apart wasn't just his athleticism, it was his relentless will to dominate. Even veterans admitted that Jordan's confidence was unmatched. By the end of his rookie season, the NBA had a new face. Air Jordan wasn't just a player anymore, it was a movement. His highlights flooded television screens, sneakers flew off shelves, and the NBA's popularity began to soar to global heights, becoming a scoring machine. As Jordan matured, his scoring ability reached historic levels. From 1987 to 1993, he won 7 consecutive scoring titles, averaging over 30 points per game each season. His 1986 to 87 season remains one of the greatest ever, 37.1 points per game, shooting over 48% from the field. But it wasn't just about volume. Jordan scored efficiently, mastering the mid-range jumper, finishing through contact, and developing one of the most unstoppable fadeaways in basketball history. His competitiveness was ruthless. He once dropped 63 points against Larry Bird's Celtics in the playoffs, prompting Bird to famously say, "That was God disguised as Michael Jordan." Jordan's offense wasn't just dominant, it was elegant. Every movement, every fake, every step felt intentional, calculated, and deadly. Defensive mastery. While many stars focused on offense, Jordan prided himself on being just as lethal defensively. His combination of speed, strength, and anticipation made him a nightmare for opposing guards. In 1988, Jordan achieved something few players ever have. He won both the NBA MVP and Defensive Player of the Year awards in the same season. He led the league in steals 3 times and was selected to the All-Defensive First Team 9 times. His defense wasn't just about stats, it was psychological. He studied opponents relentlessly, knowing their tendencies, their weaknesses, even their breathing patterns. Jordan's goal wasn't just to beat you, it was to break your confidence completely. The championships and the dynasty. The arrival of Scottie Pippen and coach Phil Jackson completed the Bulls' transformation. Under Jackson's triangle offense, Jordan learned to trust his teammates without sacrificing his dominance. The result? 6 championships in 8 years, 1991 to 1993, 1996 to 1998. In the first three-peat, Jordan cemented his status as the best player alive. His finals performances were legendary, averaging 41 points per game in the 1993 finals alone. After briefly retiring in 1993 following his father's tragic death, Jordan returned in 1995 with 2 words: "I'm back." The second three-peat from 1996 to 1998 was the stuff of legend. The 1996 Bulls won 72 games, a record at the time, and Jordan added 3 more Finals MVPs to his resume, bringing his total to 6. His final shot in Game 6 of the 1998 Finals, a step-back jumper over Brian Russell, became one of the most iconic moments in sports history. Mentality and work ethic. What truly separated Jordan from everyone else wasn't talent, it was obsession. He approached basketball like a craft that had to be perfected daily. Teammates described him as both inspiring and intimidating, holding everyone to his impossible standard of excellence. He turned every slight, real or imagined, into motivation. Whether it was being overlooked in high school or doubted by critics, Jordan used it as fuel. This mindset, known today as the Mamba mentality, before Kobe Bryant made it famous, was Jordan's blueprint for greatness. Behind the scenes, his work ethic was brutal. Early morning workouts, endless drills, and an unwavering belief that he could outwork anyone made him nearly invincible in both body and mind. Global icon and legacy. Michael Jordan wasn't just a basketball player, he was a worldwide icon who redefined what it meant to be an athlete. Through his partnership with Nike, the Air Jordan brand became more than a sneaker. It became a global symbol of excellence, ambition, and style. Jordan turned sports marketing into an art form, paving the way for athletes to become powerful cultural and business figures. His influence reached new heights during the 1992 Barcelona Olympics as part of the legendary Dream Team. That tournament didn't just showcase Jordan's greatness, it introduced basketball to the world, inspiring future international stars who grew up wanting to be like Mike. Beyond the court, his impact spread to fashion, entertainment, and entrepreneurship, making him a household name far outside the sports world. By the time he retired for the final time in 2003, Jordan's legacy was carved in stone: 6 NBA championships, 5 MVP awards, 10 scoring titles, 14 All-Star appearances, and an endless list of iconic moments. But more than the stats, it was his competitive fire, grace under pressure, and relentless drive to win that made Michael Jordan the ultimate symbol of greatness. Conclusion. So, how good was Michael Jordan actually? He wasn't just the best of his era, he was the benchmark for greatness itself. A player with no weaknesses, a competitor with no equal, and an icon with no limits. Jordan combined athleticism, skill, and mindset in a way the game had never seen before. He didn't just dominate, he transcended. Even decades after his last game, his influence shapes every young star who picks up a ball dreaming to be like Mike. And that's the truth about Michael Jordan. He wasn't just a legend, he was the standard. If you enjoyed this deep dive into basketball greatness, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe for more stories about the legends who changed the game forever.